Now with advice is Fran Barrick. She's the founder and career consultant at Spearmint Coaching. Thank you so much for being here, Fran.
Great to be here in Chicago. I'm going to hurry up and take some vitamin D.
Okay, very good idea. You are spot on. So obviously the new year, it's just natural for people to think, where am I? What am I doing? And how do I get to the next place? Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, I think that I think that the new year is kind of a very natural professional reset button. A lot of people, taking time off work, spend time with family and friends, and a time to reflect, right? It's a collective time of positive ideas that we can all sort of achieve our New Year's resolutions. And many people have had also year-end reviews where they've either gotten feedback they weren't expecting or bonuses that they were disappointed with, right? It can really crystallize how you feel about your job and cause you to think, is this the right time to be thinking about leaving?
So before we talk about concrete steps that people should be taking, how does someone know the difference between, yeah, it's definitely time for me to go, this is a dead-end job, as opposed to maybe I should work harder, outline my goals, have greater dialogue with my bosses? How do you discern the difference between those?
Right. The very basic place I start is if you are going to bed on Sunday nights with dreading getting up for work the next morning on a consistent weekly basis, it's really time to rethink things. Is the job, I ask people, is the job not teaching you anything anymore? Do you not remember the reasons why you first started working for this organization or in this role? I ask people, are they feeling stuck? Sometimes when you feel a little bit stuck, the tendency is to kind of take a leap forward. I like people to sort of look inward first and get in touch with what their innate motivations were originally when they started the role. I recently had a client who, and this is like a great example, came to me thinking he was just going to throw the baby out with the bathwater. Was ready to get rid of 10 years of really great professional development. He and I did an evidence-based audit together, looking at what he liked, what he didn't like, what he'd like to change. And he found really the big discovery was he was just really bored where he was at. He was in the right lane, in the right role, at the wrong company, working 100% virtually. And he was able to, within that, to just decide to make a career reboot rather than a complete pivot.
Yeah. So he's in the right lane, but the wrong gear.
Or the right lane, the wrong gear. And sometimes, we explored the idea of whether or not what he could do to advance his situation within the organization he was at. And we came to the conclusion, not quite much. And he's had a really, really successful time of it now in updating his marketing and looking for his next role.
All right, so let's talk about what people should be doing right now to actually start taking those steps. And it's important that you talk about, I like this, focus on progress, not perfection.
Right. I think that people can get very overwhelmed when looking at a career transition. And so I like to start with the very beginning steps. Rather than think of a whole year. A year from now, I'd like to be, the managing director of company XYZ. What can we do each quarter? Make it more definable, chunk it, put it in bite-sized chunks. Mm-hmm. To start with cleaning house, the way I like to say, like you'd clean your closet for a refresh. Update your LinkedIn with your professional accomplishments over this past year. That can be a really great way to see, oh, look what I have done, or look where what I may want to focus on for the future. And it's not the idea that someone's going to, a recruiter's going to pluck you off LinkedIn, although that could happen if you open yourself to recruiters and update your profile. But it's the idea that you're representing a fresh look or fresh sense of yourself for the new year.
All right, we got about a minute and a half left, so let's cover some ground. What strategies do you use in terms of using high tech and low tech? I like that you say I'm an old-fashioned guy too. You use the notebook as well, but also what are the big mistakes that people should avoid?
Okay, so I think you have to know what works for you. I am a big fan of a notebook. I also like Excel charts, especially for my young professionals, because you can cover a lot of territory there with job links, action plans. You got to find what works for you, right? And stick to that. Honestly, there's something that I think is super important, is that a little bit, consistency beats intensity every time. It's much healthier for us to go for a 30-minute walk, 7 days a week than run a marathon once a week. So a little bit often. The big mistake that I see people making almost every time is, with all the enthusiasm for the new year, it's kind of a pray and pray approach where every single time customized, 5 customized emails or applications will beat out 50, generic send outs in terms of
Right.
get back always.
I agree. Final thoughts. Update your LinkedIn, right? Practical approach right there.
Update your LinkedIn, update your resume. Not only will it point to what you want to do going forward, but it'll help you feel, I find it helps increase confidence and clarity about what people have achieved over the past year.
All very good stuff. The longest journey begins with the first few steps, am I right?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Patrick.
You take care. Check out experimentcoaching.com for more info, and we'll be right back.